These are 10 early game secrets and Easter eggs that we noticed in Pokopia as we're playing. If you guys are excited, drop a like down below and let's get into it. Next, we have an Easter egg that I think is really interesting, but inside of this like route connector between, well, the wasteland and the beach area of Vermilion, there's actually a painting on the wall right here. Now, I already have this painting in my inventory, so I'm going to show it to you, but it's a really odd painting because it is an ocean poster. But you may recognize this ocean poster as being that same poster that is in Nemoda's house in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but also Luminion is on it, and the floor of the ocean here looks just like the floor from Winds and Waves. So yes, this is an Easter egg for Pokemon Winds and Waves, which was in here and was also in Scarlet and Violet, which is pretty cool to see how early on they already planned these things to be little Easter eggs. Definitely one of the coolest ones, definitely one of my personal favorite Easter eggs that are found in this game so far, and I freaking love this one. But yeah, it's really a small Easter egg. It's really cool. You just see the, what is it, like the 3 Luminions and 3 Finneons all just chilling there in the coral reefs, most likely in the Winds and Waves region itself, which is pretty cool. Hey, I don't know about you guys, but I think it's pretty awesome. Just like a small little detail. It stands out. It caught my attention instantly as soon as I saw it, hence why I really love it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Ho-Oh and Lugia actually appear in the sky at random intervals as you play the game, and every time they appear, they will always drop 2 items. One of them, Ho-Oh, will drop a rainbow feather, and then Lugia will drop a silver wing. And as they appear, both of them will leave behind like some sort of trail in the sky. For Lugia, it is a giant whirlwind, which you can actually like stop the whirlwind from, well, whirlwinding by using the move Cut in the game. That way you stop it and you can actually pick up the silver wing. But if it's Ho-Oh, you have to shoot it with a water gun and then you can get the rainbow feather, which is pretty cool. As of right now, I don't really know exactly what they're used for. Probably going to be able to craft something special or a habitat for them potentially using specifically that, but it's kind of a cool little detail that is very much early in the game, and you need to always look into the sky if you hear the sound of either 2 of them, because they do their cry and they're really loud with their flapping wings. So play with audio on because it will make the difference. Alright, so one of the first things you'll notice in Pokopia, one of the first like little, I guess you could call it a bit of a secret, a little bit of an Easter egg, you'll notice it as you're playing, but if you shoot water at the actual professor, he will get angry. Like, he'll actually get pissed off. Like, he will not enjoy it. He will not like it. He'll be pissed at you, and he'll be annoyed. So yeah, just a cute little Easter egg. This actually happens with a few other Pokemon too. If you actually shoot them with water, they do get angry. So try not to do it because it might piss them off. Also, not just that, but a tip to remember is if you go over to the PC, you can actually get a mystery gift as an early purchase bonus. If you are someone who got the game, of course, as a pre-order, which I'm thinking a lot of people probably did, if you go to get items and then mystery gift, you can go to get via internet and you will get yourself a early purchase bonus Ditto rug. Yes, this will be available until I think next year, the 27th of January. So you have an entire year to claim this Ditto rug before it is gone. And once you have it, you can just place it inside of your home or inside of the home of any of your Pokemon. In one of the early areas here, you can actually get your hands on multiple different outfits from different trainers and gym leaders from the Kanto Pokemon games. As you can see, we can go right over to any mirror and change our appearance. And one of the appearances we actually got our hands on is none else than the ninja outfit from Koga. As you can see, we're literally wearing Koga's ninja outfit, and it's found right here in this exact spot we're standing in. Right here is where we found it, and it's pretty cool. Personally, I'm a big fan of, Koga, and his outfit looks really cool. He's like a straight-up ninja, but it's not the only one. We also found Lieutenant Surge, which is found in the beach area in Vermilion, but we also got Mermaid Misty's haircut. As you can see, it's literally Misty's haircut. This one is found in a cave in this wasteland area, which is right over here. Let me quickly show you. So if we go down from the Pokemon Center, which is right there in the wasteland, we can go down over here because there should be almost like a cave you can dig out. If you just take some like rock smash, dig out this, you'll find right here in the corner, you'll actually find Misty's haircut, and also a entry about Misty herself, because there are actually entries all around this game, which is probably the next thing we should talk about. There's a bunch of journal entries and things you can actually add to your, well, I don't know if I want to call it inventory, but basically you can read a bunch of stuff in your collection about the different trainers. As you can see, we have different things. We got human records, we got ancient artifacts, and things of that nature. If you look at the human records, we got the legendary ninja family, which, as you can see, the region in question was once inhabited by a famous clan of ninjas. Koga, a Fuchsia City gym leader in the distant past, and his daughter, Janine, were both members of this clan. And you can also find a few other references to other things, like the recycling slogan contest for the youth. Garbage and recycling belong out of sight. Dispose of refuse. which is from Misha from the 3rd grade, which that's definitely something. You can also see there's a few other references to people like even the professor, the actual professor who seems to have owned none else than Professor Tangela. There's references here to his field research on Cinnabar Island, which you guys may know Cinnabar from Kanto region. Of course, I spoke with Pokemon professors from other regions and gained a number of insights for my own research. Is it potentially the guy who's talking here? I mean, he says his grandchild was the playmate of Tangela. He mentions it, so maybe that was Oak. Maybe this is Oak's Pokemon. Maybe this is Oak's, specific Pokemon. I don't know. Also, the unmasking of the true Misty, right? Gym Leader Spotlight about Misty, the gym leader of Cerulean City Gym. There's a lot of references. Even Lieutenant Surge is also mentioned, as you can see. It's a lot of references, a lot of cool little stuff. There's also Team Rocket Grunt Journals, or Team R, as you like to call themselves. And these guys are actually still present in a specific area, the Lighthouse. So right over here at the beach, which is like right south of the wasteland itself where the Pokemon Center is, you will find this giant sort of lighthouse of sorts. And here you can actually talk to these guys and they want you to submit a bunch of items. But it looks like these guys might be from Team Rocket because some of the entries specifically mention that they could be Team Rocket grunts inside of here, or at least one grunt or something along those lines. But you need to essentially feed them a bunch of items or food and they will give you some sort of reward in return, like an item or something along those lines. So yeah, kind of a weird little thing going on here with Team Rocket. I mean, it's a bit of a weird place to be at. Also, if you make Drifloon show up at your actual, well, I guess, wasteland, party, place, town, whatever you want to call this area, and make a habitat for him, he'll get really happy and he'll actually tell you that he misses hanging out with humans, but he can totally vibe with also Pokédolls. Now, we can find a Pokédoll very early on, and then if we find that Pokédoll, which right here I can show you, we have already one in our inventory. It's this one right here, the Eevee doll. Now, if we have this one in our inventory and speak to Drifloon, he will take us to Dream Island. Now, Dream Island is really important because that's one of the places where you can go to get specific items. So we're going to click here and quickly go to the island itself by showing Eevee to him. And also, by the way, something important to notice, by the way, and pay attention to, is that you can only go to one island, one Dream Island, once per day. So if this is something you do, you cannot redo it again in the same day. However, there is a way to speed forward the time in these games, which is to, well, literally put the time forward on your Switch. So this is one of the Dream Islands where Drifloon takes you, and this is a great place to go and find specific items that you will not find anywhere else. You'll see right here, we actually have a bunch of cotton spores, and these are specifically event items that will be available on the 10th of March until I think the 14th, or for a while. Basically, they'll be available for a while. But basically, it's an event to get a bunch of Hoppips and Skiplooms and things of that nature, that entire evolutionary line to show up, which is pretty cool. Also, when you're out here on Dream Island, it actually will be different depending on the days you go. Like, it will look slightly different. There'll be a few different spawns and stuff. And also, on the actual ground itself, you can find different items, including, as you can see right now, it's a bunch of spores, but on other days, you can even find a bunch of crystals here, which can be used to get gifts from your friends when you visit their islands from their Pokemon, which is pretty cool, pretty neat. It's just random, but right now, most of what we can find is these spores, which we can pick up, and it's pretty awesome. Again, small little things you can do. The Dream Island also here is where you can find, eventually, Suicune. Yes, Suicune is going to show up here in the game once you make a little bit more progress. It's not going to be early in the game. It's not going to be instantly at the start of it. You will have to play a little bit before he shows up, but yes, Suicune does show up on the island for some reason. We don't know why. He just likes to hang out. A bunch of legendary Pokemon like to hang out here, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that is pretty much how you do it, guys. That's how you get your hands on a bunch of different things, and also some of these secrets and Easter eggs in well, Pokemon Pokopia. At least early in the game, there's probably going to be more, so I'm going to make update videos as we discover more things, as we find more stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun, but that's as far as we're going to go for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one.